I'm here to shed light on a serious issue that can't stay hidden any longer. Meghan and the palace might want to keep this under wraps, but it's time to face it head on. I've raised these concerns before, and just like Meghan called it bullying, I disagree. These are genuine worries, and it's important for everyone to know about them. So let's talk about it once more. Hello friends, welcome to the King YouTube channel. As I mentioned in our last chat, Meghan Markle is throwing around some pretty serious accusations while we're trying to uncover the truth about her supposed children. Now, she might see this as bullying, but the truth about these questionable kids isn't going anywhere, despite what the palace might hope. Honestly, I feel like this rumor has spiraled out of control. It's not just a whisper anymore, it's become a full-blown conversation. And even though the Queen may have tried to bury it within the palace walls, alongside claims of bullying, I'm talking about that investigation. The noise around it is only getting louder, and we can't brush it aside. An examination is revealing even more things we hadn't considered, and what we don't know could change everything. But where are the medical professionals in all of this? Where are the doctors, the nurses, the anesthetists? For instance, where are the people who supposedly assisted Meghan Markle during childbirth, and why is there no documentation of these births? Why was this kept from the Queen, especially since they supposedly named a bed after her? I can't wrap my head around how any medical professional could aid Harry and Meghan in perpetuating such a scheme. Why aren't we allowed to know which doctor attended Meghan Markle and delivered her baby on that day? It's a valid question. Maybe it's not our place to have access to the actual birth certificate, or to see the names of the doctors and nurses on it. But in my opinion, immediate family members like King Charles or even Prince William should have access to this information. After all, if these children are going to be in line for the throne, someone needs to be able to verify their birth credentials. And it's puzzling how Harry and Meghan claim they want privacy, yet they hire one of the most prominent PR firms to publicize their every move. It doesn't quite add up. King Charles should indeed have access to the birth certificate and be able to inquire about the attending doctors. If there's any deception, legal action should be taken. This is a serious matter. Did Meghan Markle truly give birth to those children? It's a question the British public deserves an answer to. A DNA test might be necessary to confirm their place in the line of succession. Or perhaps they don't belong there at all. It's unfair for British taxpayers to support children whose legitimacy is in question. The whole situation is absurd. Looking back, Meghan's behavior does seem peculiar, constantly cradling a nearly flat belly in public. It now appears she might have been trying to conceal it from falling down. The entire saga surrounding Archie's pregnancy and birth was a complete mess. It's a very serious matter, yet the royal family continues to treat the public like fools. It's painful to witness, but many people believe Meghan should be held accountable for her actions. It's ironic that she accuses others of wrongdoing when she's guilty of similar offenses. Justice needs to prevail, especially when it involves the royal family. There have been numerous transgressions. Harry and Meghan often blame the pandemic for their shortcomings, but in hindsight, it likely contributed to their dwindling support. We need to examine the statistics and whether they were indeed reprimanded by the palace for their unacceptable conduct, extravagant spending, mistreatment of staff, and attempts to deceive the public about Archie's origins. When Harry and Meghan decided to step back, they still had significant support from the media and many segments of the population, particularly from the ethnic community. Some felt having a biracial royal representative added value and recognition to their identity. However, it's important to note that the royal family isn't particularly focused on race, so these feelings may have been unnecessary. Yet it's understandable that people have insecurities that prevent them from being overly confident. I can empathize with that perspective. If Meghan had truly embodied the kind, empathetic person she portrayed herself to be, many would have been proud of her. However, some of us had doubts even before their engagement was announced. For instance, there were suspicions surrounding Meghan's choice of a virgin white veil in May 2018. For those of us who had reservations, the time during the COVID pandemic allowed us to reflect and discuss our concerns. If you search "Is Meghan Markle a good person" on Google, you might come across some amusing responses. Psychologists have provided detailed analyses of Meghan's behavior, confirming suspicions that she exhibits narcissistic traits. Typically, it takes years to expose celebrity fraudsters, especially those who marry into royalty. However, the truth often isn't widely accepted until several generations after their passing due to the cult-like worshipping that occurs on social media. Nowadays, the timeline between idolization and facing the realities of our public figures has accelerated significantly. Social media allows individuals to share their beliefs anonymously, contributing to this phenomenon. Interestingly, the ethnic minority I mentioned earlier seems to have become the majority based on current statistics, despite Meghan Markle's efforts to garner support from this community. Her artificial orange spray tan isn't fooling anyone, and most people can see through her support for the controversial couple, which pales in comparison to the widespread multicultural support for King Charles, Queen Camilla, and the Wales and Edinburgh families. Meghan isn't doing herself any favors by continuously inserting herself into events where she's neither welcomed nor needed. As Tom Bower wrote in his book Revenge, Meghan seems to bounce back from setbacks with a vengeance, exhibiting behavior characteristic of a psychopath, perhaps even more so than a covert narcissist. It's possible she embodies traits of both. However, one thing that remains unchanged with both Harry and Meghan is their envy of the Wales family. Harry has promoted images of the three Welsh children while claiming his own children's activities are classified information when questioned by interviewers. This behavior raises concerns. Additionally, Meghan's attempt to portray herself as a biracial version of Princess Catherine reveals her unhealthy obsession and jealousy towards Catherine. Her appearance also raises eyebrows. She appears extremely thin, leading to speculation about her health. Whether it's due to medication or another reason, her skeletal appearance is concerning, as it seems there's little fat or muscle left on her body. The end result of Meghan's extreme weight loss is far from impressive. Continuously losing weight beyond a healthy point can lead to serious consequences. When a woman's body fat drops below 20%, it starts breaking down lean muscle for energy, potentially causing ketoacidosis. The long-term outcome is often renal or heart failure. Sooner or later, Meghan might find herself recording her own wellness podcast from a dialysis unit. Harry and Meghan seem to blame everyone but themselves for their troubles. Meghan's obsession with conquering the world and dominating the internet has disconnected her from reality. It's high time they come to their senses or simply disappear from the public eye, seeking the privacy they claim to desire. The royal family deserves a break from their drama. As for me, I believe it's essential for them to take responsibility for their actions and focus on leading healthier lives. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and share it with others who might find it interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to the King YouTube channel for more updates in the future. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.